Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Ninja here.
Stop negging. Don't neg. No one likes a neg.
Okay, now y'all remember Fortnite, otherwise known as the knockoff of Minecraft survival games? Now, that's been, pretty popular lately, nothing big.
Move! If you got no one, just move. It's all I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
Now, in Fortnite, for anyone who doesn't know, in the game you can get skins for your character, so as to prove that you have even less of a life than the people you're playing against. Now, the way these skins are paid for is with a virtual currency known as V-bucks. Now, despite the intention for V-bucks, which is to get as much money from kids as possible, they have been used in an even more sinister way. If that's possible. Money laundering is a process which is defined as the concealment of the origins of illegally obtained money, typically by means of transfers involving foreign banks or legitimate businesses. Basically, money earned illegally is turned into legal money. This is done so that the government doesn't realize that the money is illegal because of someone, like say a high school chemistry teacher, who also so happens to be a meth cook behind the scenes. If he walks into a car dealership and buys a $100,000 car, the government's going to start wondering, where did this chemistry teacher get this money? So these criminals use a process called money laundering to take this illegal money and make it legal. Common ways to buy a car wash or even laser tag.
Drumroll please, wait for it. Laser tag.
And lie about how much money is coming in, making the government believe the business is bringing in $300K a year instead of $70K a year. That thus makes it believable that the criminal would have enough legal money to buy things like a $100,000 car. If you're still confused about this Breaking Bad scene actually explains it pretty well.
You know you need to launder your money, right? Do you understand the basics of it? Placement, layering, integration?
I ain't buying no damn nail salon, so just forget it.
Well, you want to stay out of jail, don't you? I mean, you want to keep your money and your freedom. Because I got 3 little letters for you, IRS. If they can get Capone, they can get you. Hey, look, here's you, right? Pinkman, get it? Okay, here's your cash. You're out on the town, yeah, you're partying hardy, you're knocking boots with the chickie babes, and oh, who's this? It's the tax man, and he's looking at you. Now, what does he see? He sees a young fella with a big fancy house, unlimited cash supply, and no job. Now, what is the conclusion the tax man makes?
I'm a drug dealer.
Wrong, million times worse. You're a tax cheat. What do? They take every penny and you go in the can for felony tax evasion. Ouch! What was your mistake? You didn't launder your money. Now, you give me your money, okay? That's called placement. Hand me that little thing, Ben. This is the nail salon, right? I take your dirty money and I slip it into the salon's nice, clean cash flow. That's called layering. Final step, integration. The revenues from the salon go to the owner. That's you. Your filthy drug money has been transformed into nice, clean, taxable income brought to you by a savvy investment in a thriving business.
Now that you're all caught up with that, now we can talk about the important stuff. Fortnite. All this information is coming from the New York Times article, which will be linked in the description. Money launderers use stolen credit cards to purchase V-bucks, which players use to purchase weapons, outfits, and other items in the wildly popular game from the Fortnite store and then resell them on the dark web. Basically, what is being said there is that these cyber criminals steal credit cards and charge them with tons and tons of V-bucks. They then buy items in-game and resell them for super cheap prices. The scammer now has fully legal money they can use on whatever they want thanks to these V-buck scams. Benjamin Preminger, a senior intelligence analyst at 6Gil, went on to say, threat actors, a malicious person or entity, are scoffing at Epic Games' weak security measures, saying that the company doesn't seem to care about players defrauding the system and purchasing discounted V-bucks. This directly touches on the ability of threat actors to launder money through the game. Post also wrote between September and October, security firm ZeroFox found 53,000 instances of online scams related to the video game. That is pretty insane that in just 1 month's time, 53,000 instances of online scams related to Fortnite were found. Now, it should be noted, and New York Post is kind of deceitful with this information, as that 53,000 is not just this one scam. There are a lot of different Fortnite-related scams out there. 53,000 is not just this V-buck selling scam. That being said, that is pretty wild that in 1 month, that many scams related to one game could be found. As for how Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, could fix this, here's another quote from Preminger. Several steps could be taken to mitigate the phenomenon, including monitoring the transfer of high-value goods in the game, identifying players with large stockpiles of V-bucks, and sharing data with relevant law enforcement agencies. End quote. Now, when I first read this, I didn't really blame Epic Games too much, and I still don't blame them a ton. They have a massive game to deal with constant changes and things to work on and fix. They don't necessarily have the time to fix all these little scams going on, especially when I at least never heard of anything like this happening with any other game. I've certainly never heard of COD points being used this way, so I don't necessarily blame Epic for not already having a system in place to prevent things like this. In fact, I understand why they wouldn't. This is some pretty wild stuff. However, I would criticize them for not adding some sort of limit on how many V-bucks can be bought in one sitting. Not only would that help stop this scam, granted, I'm sure they would find a way to work around this, although it would certainly minimize the problem, make it harder for things like this to happen. But it would also stop the problem of little kids spending thousands of dollars on this game. But of course, they won't do that because they earn a lot of money whenever a little kid does something like that, so they can't put a limit on how many V-bucks can be bought per hour or in one sitting. So please be careful with scams like this. Please don't buy into them because chances are you will get scammed as well. And overall, the moral of the story is don't play Fortnite, play Minecraft.